Hello fans, viewers and subscribers. You're joining me, Ruku, for another beer review. And this one is another shout out. Finally getting my way through them, fans and viewers, so if you're still waiting for one, please hold tight. This shout out goes to Tom from Teddington, all the way in England, where the grass is always greener in Teddington. Lovely place, by the way. He wanted this reviewing now. Again, it's an ale, and I don't do ales, but given that he asked nicely and he is a long-term subscriber, I thought might as well, you know, can't not. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is called Hobgoblin. Love the decoration there. That is fantastic. 10 out of 10 for artwork on that. This comes in at 5.2, as you can see. Is a 500ml, as you can see just on the back there. You see that? 500ml. So this is an ale, although it claims on the bottle to be a ruby beer, I think it is. Legendary ruby beer. Well, that's a load of bollocks because it is actually an ale. This is an ale from England. So, yep, one of the ales from the UK. Brewed by Witchwood Brewery. I have no idea where the hell that is because my geography is not great. But yeah, there you go, 5.2 ale / beer. There's a cap, and again, love this, good feature there. It's a blue. It's a blue cap. Sorry, I just got distracted there by my neighbour's cat. It's just having a wander trying to chase pigeons on the fence. You're going to fail, love. Right, anyway, moving on. There's the cap there. That's blue with the picture of the goblin on it with the X. Very cool, that, and nice gold edging as well. Look at that, all the way around. See, don't get artwork like these anymore. Right. There you go. This is the ale in question, more looking like a Guinness. It is ruby red. I can't really show you because no matter what way I hold this up, you're not going to get the light. But believe you and me, this is a red, really dark ruby red colour. The head is fantastic for an ale, I must admit. Don't get many ales that give decent heads like this. And there's your creamy looking, foamy, soft head. So yeah, it looks good in my eyes, but again, I'm not an ale drinker, so I do apologise, Tom, if this review comes out shit. And just like before, I'll do my best not to be biased in any which way by this. When I do these reviews, I try and keep fair. And I'll tell you good and bad points about it if I can. Me being a non-ale drinker, as it were, my knowledge on ales is pretty limited, so I'm a beer man myself. But anyway, let's get on with the smell and see what we can get from this. Smells largely of currants and rubies. Raisins. God's sake. I'm not with it today, I do apologise. To me that smells like a little bit like a currant-y rum cake almost. It's got that sort of sweet smell to it that's very currant-y, very raisiny. Sweetness, yeah, I quite like the smell. It's nice. So, Tom from Teddington, this is for you. To be honest, I don't know what to make of that. It's been a while since I've had this, and I mean a very long while. First tried this when I was about 15 years old. Yeah, the head is smooth, creamy, gentle, frothy, silky. The ale, it's a weird one, a very strange one. You get a watery it's weird because at the same time you get a watery rush, but you also get this borderline flavoursomness coming through. And again, I think that's like a raisin-y, currant-y taste. I can't quite, I'm not too sure on it. I mean, the flavour that is, not the actual ale, but the flavour. That is, I can't get it. Closest I can get to that is a wateryness. Comes in with a flavour of like a borderline weak currant, raisiny. Then it sort of twangs right down. It's really strange. It mellows right out. So it peaks and then it mellows. You then get what tastes like an irony taste, like that typical ale taste. And that is followed by a little bit more wateryness and a little tiny bit of dryness at the end. But it also finishes up quite sweet as well. There you go, a birth sign of a good ale. Again, it's not a bad ale, I've had better, but again, it's not my cup of tea. It's not saying I'd go out and order. It probably tastes half a bit better on tap than it does in bottle, but to be fair, the body's quite light. It's no carbonation at all, which is always typical of ales. Very flat-bodied, actually. But there you go. There's the lacing all the way around for you. Very, very good on lacing. I'd have to give it quite high marks for that. But for me, it's not my cup of tea. So, Tom, I'm going to round it off for you, buddy. Straightforwardly, good points. Let's start with the good. Let's always start with the good. We're positive here at Ruku's. Good points about it. Good head. Good lacing. Flavour's not too bad, actually. It's not reminiscent of a typical ale. It's slightly better than your average ale, I'd say. Because it's got more flavour in it. Smells are good. The thing I don't like about it is the fact that it is an ale, because I don't drink ales. That's only my personal experiences, because I don't drink ales. Reason why, because they all generally taste the same. There's no difference in the ale other than the hop that's used. So yeah, I don't drink ales, but would I drink it again? Maybe once in a blue moon. But again, not my cup of tea. So I can see the good points as well, that it's easy to drink, it's non-gassy, it's smooth, it's watery, it's flavoursome. Yeah, I can see a few people drinking this, especially if you are an ale drinker, you'd probably love this stuff. But it's not for me, Tom, so there you go, that's my thoughts and views. A little bit, just a last look there at the bottle in question, Hobgoblin. You know, the strength ain't bad either at 5.2, that's not bad strength, but it's just really not my cup of tea. Really isn't. But yeah, not bad tasting, I suppose. What would I score it? Well, to be fair, I can't score it because it's an ale. I'd only be lying to you and lying to myself if I actually rated this. But yeah, it has good and bad points about it. But to me, a stab in the dark, I'd probably say a little bit better than your average ale. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Tom. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, fans, viewers, my live videos will be coming up first Tuesday of every month, so do come along to that, check it out, interact with me, and I'll be reviewing some live beer completely live, and also I'll be answering any of your questions you put to me live on the Ruku channel. So do come along with that, and if you're new to this channel, don't be shy, come along and play. I'm always here to answer questions and to take on board anything you want reviewing. In this case, Tom chose Hobgoblin, so who knows, your beer review could be up next. Join me next time, fans and viewers, when I'll be doing even more beer.